The way the fire started was basically the coupling on the refueling hose split, so all the fuel that normally gets pumped into the race car was just pouring on the ground. And then I was sitting there, the car's red hot, and as the car drops to take off, we always see flames out the exhaust pipe, and that was it, just like that. It erupted.
Nick Percat's car is actually still on fire.
For me, I knew the car was on fire. All the wing mirrors and the rear view mirror kind of glowed on orange or red. It was a very quick realization, and then from there on, being a little bit wide, a bit different as a race car driver, I just thought I'm just going to press on and hope that the airspeed blows the flames out, basically.
As he's kicked the throttle, it's ignited.
We had a few people help. The guys at Walkinshaw, who were the very next garage, helped initially, and obviously the BJR mechanics were quick to it. But then as I got further down towards Red Bull Racing, the guys down there were really quick on it. Mark Dutton was in there.
Geordie was the first to react when he saw it actually stopped at the end of pit lane, so he's legging it down pit lane.
I look at my mate next to me, Jared, and we both look at the fire extinguisher. We're like, yeah, we should probably grab it.
I grabbed another extinguisher and we're both running towards it.
And that's what I did, and just went over there, put it out.
It was actually really nice to see all the different teams as I went along the pit lane, basically chasing me with an extinguisher. So it was good to see, we're all very competitive and fierce on track, but when there's one of us at risk with safety or something like that, we're a big family, and we band together to try and help.
The car as he drove away, so it was just the timing thing.
I guess the way the BJR guys were equipped was every team, it's mandatory. You have to have a guy who is called the dead man, and he stops the flow of fuel from the fuel rigs. And then we also have someone there who has to be on the fire extinguisher. So I think it's a rare situation that a car catches fire like that. So I'm sure as it happened, they all panicked, but then, they're all trained to do certain things, and the extinguishers came flying out. There was extinguishers coming from other teams, but the Brad Jones Racing crew itself, as it all happened, we're pretty quick to be on the extinguishers, shut the fuel flow off, and just try and look out for all their crew and team members.
The other teams in the fire marshals did a pretty good job down at where the real danger was to people.
Sometimes you get fuel sprayed on you, but that's standard to an extent. But if it's pouring out like that, you need to be aware, and you need to know that you have to leave the area.
Full credit to the teams who reacted around them to help. Yeah, they did a great job.
I didn't realise how much of it kind of went towards the BJR garage and all the crew members and engineers that are just inside the garage doors. So yeah, I think we got away with it. It was very lucky with the way it all kind of worked out in the end. The way we equipped ourselves now is we never really put the engineering group at we call it front of house, so closest to the pit lane or the pit box. We had that set up very close to where the car stops for that year at Townsville, and now we've moved it back a little bit just to try and get a bit of buffer between any sort of issue and the engineering group and Brad and the team. I know there's a bulletin across the whole of supercars to make sure that they're checking their fuel hoses and replacing them regularly. I got out the car at the end of pit lane because I thought that was us done for the day. And then I got word from one of our team boys that my engineer was on their radio saying, tell Nick to get back in the car and give the window a bit of a wipe because it was full of fire extinguisher foam and powders. So I strapped myself back in, didn't connect all the cooling stuff in the helmet air because obviously that had a lot of the residue in it too, and I didn't need to inhale it. And off we went, pressed on to finish the race to make sure we scored the team points.